Let's talk about eBegging. We have Asmongold finally having a conversation with DSP, and it was as glorious as most would think. I finally confronted him. This is an hour and 49 minutes. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but we're just going to get through some of this and see what it says.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How about you? I've seen your videos on and off for the last 10 years.
By the way, I think that's important insight where like Asmongold had reacted to DSP throughout the years, I guess. But a lot of people, including myself, are like, does he even know who he is? And then it came out like, yeah, he's got reacted to him before. Asmongold keeps tabs on everything. Like he knows, he might not always comment on everything, but he knows the pulse of what's happening everywhere.
Wow. I'm talking to you. That's odd.
10 freaking years.
Yeah.
That's crazy that, you've been watching this stuff for that long. Now, hold on a second. Hold on.
Yeah.
When you say you've been watching my videos,
you're right.
Are you actually watching my videos? Or are you watching the detractors?
I'm watching videos of you.
So the question, I guess my question for you is overall, after watching me for 10 years, what is your impression? Because I hear things all the time, but I hear it from a very isolated group. And I'm curious, as someone who's been an outsider watching this kind of content, like, what do you think?
Well, I mean, like, the videos that I see, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I'm sure you've seen a few of them, right? And a lot of people have opinions about the way that you stream, and especially about the way that you finance your streams.
Here we go.
That's been a lot of people asking about this. Before we get into that, we got to get something straight.
Okay.
Can I just say it? Is it all right if I just we just talk like straight?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so whenever you went on stream and you accidentally got caught jerking off,
let's fucking go. He's going right at it. Yes.
Right? Just we just talk like straight.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so whenever you went on stream and you accidentally got caught jerking off, you got suspended by Twitch, right?
No.
What?
I was not streaming on Twitch. I was streaming on YouTube.
So you weren't streaming on Twitch when that happened?
No, I was actually not a Twitch streamer at that time. I was only streaming on YouTube.
Oh, this is actually really important too. What comes out of this is there's going to be a major move that happens. You watch. Asmongold is going to talk to Dan Clancy directly to try to what's even the word, push for DSP to be allowed back on Twitch. Because honestly, when this all came out, I'm like, wait a second, why is DSP banned on Twitch? There's no actual reason. It's just ambiguous things. They never actually pointed to any videos specifically. It's kind of bullshit.
And nothing happened at all. I had zero repercussions for it because there was no nudity. There was no sound. It was just my O face, basically.
Right, of course. And so why don't you stream on Twitch?
It's a good question.
I mean, wouldn't you just make more money? You're streaming on Kick, you're streaming on YouTube. At least
that's
on
true.
Twitch.
Twitch does. I mean, they all have that in their terminology where they can ban you for off-site activity. That's fair. But even the off-site activity didn't show anything. And it was also an accident, obviously. So.
It's because here's the way I see it, right?
I still can't believe there's a dude that jerked it on stream accidentally. That goes to your grave, bro. That's one of those you will never overcome that one.
Is that if you're streaming on Twitch, you can at least make some money from ads. But if you're streaming on YouTube, how the fuck do you make any money? Because you're gonna get fucking super chats maybe, or a subscription, but that's about it, right?
Oh no, I mean I get ad revenue on every stream that I do on YouTube.
Yeah, but it's not
if it were a video playing.
Yeah, it's not like Twitch though. Twitch pays way more.
Twitch pays way more for ads.
That's a really good point. It made him famous. The internet is like God. It works in mysterious ways. It's very counterintuitive. The things that you're like, oh no, that's the worst thing that could have ever happened, is always The best thing that could
Still do. They still do. If you're not like me, like for me, I like talking about politics, and so
That's true. I would argue shocking your dog is far worse than jacking it. 100%, like infinitely. I just mean, I guess, like socially, the faux pas is just like far more universally recognized, I guess.
I get paid about 3 cents a day, but if you don't do that, you get thousands of dollars. I mean, if you get enough viewers. Yeah.
Well, I did stream on Twitch for a while.
Why'd you stop?
And well, I stopped in 2021 because my detractors in 2021 actually put together this package of stuff that was like clips of me from over a decade before. So when I started, I've been streaming since.
Which, by the way, I actually really feel for DSP right now, because it's exactly what my detractors tried to do with YouTube during the peak of the Alyssa Mercante lawsuit. They were trying to clip shit out of context or even in context and trying to make it seem like I meant something else by it. And they were tagging Team YouTube. They were reporting videos. I was having videos taken down and then re-put back up. I was having a lot of things like that I was dealing with. They are awful fucking people that just want to see your world ruined. They just want to see your brand end, and they wake up every morning to be like, that is their motivation. How do I ruin this guy's life today? They wake up with that. That's a real thing. And I feel for DSP. I really do. I know it's fun to make fun of him, but I feel for him on that.
2008. Okay, well, not streaming, excuse me. I've been a YouTuber since 2008. And back then, it was the
never show sympathy towards DSP. He's worse than you know. Maybe, but just from that perspective, I feel for him.
Wild West, and everyone said and did whatever they wanted to try to get like shock value out of the audience. Back then my audience was all teenagers, so I'm doing like over the top sexualized dialogue about women's tits in the video game all the time, and I'm doing racial commentary, like racial jokes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I did that a couple days ago.
Well, there you go. See, I did it 15 years ago, and people found it back then funny. Today they find it offensive.
No, they don't.
They don't, but they pretend to. That's what he's going to say, right?
And so, well, you're right, but at the same time,
you got to bring those back.
Culture aspect.
Yeah, no, there are annoying Karens on the internet that are like that. You're right. No, it's true. And in 2008, they were not on the internet. And now they are.
I wish, by the way, just kind of a side note, I wish Asmon would have people on his channel more often, because this is fucking cinema right now. This is amazing.
That's right.
Yes. So
in 2021, my detractors put together this package of like clips from 2010. There was this one time I did a little demo playthrough of a game called Dead Space 2. You probably have heard of it.
Yes.
And I made Nazi jokes. Terrible, right? But I made Nazi jokes. So they take that, and then they take a comment about me saying
Asmon's facial reactions are legendary. His face must be so tired after every stream. His eyes are just like
something racial about Asians or something, and it's all like 15 years old. And they sent it to everyone. They sent it to Teespring, I had a partnership with. They sent it to the Twitch partner program team. They sent it to everyone. And in 2021 context, all these teams looked at this and said, oh, this guy's a horrible racist bigot. And like overnight in like 2021, I got kicked out of everything. I got kicked out of the Twitch partner program. I got kicked off Teespring. I got kicked off of every one of these pop-up services. You know how you get pop-ups on your stream for contributions? They all canceled me. They all said, oh, you're offensive. You're canceled. And I'm like, for what? Like, what did I do? And they'd be like, oh, well, you said hateful things. What did I say? Because I haven't done this kind of content since like 2010.
Yeah.
So what the hell are you talking about? And Twitch specifically, their lawyers wrote me back and said, oh, we actually don't have any legal obligation to say what you did wrong. And we're actually not going to tell you what you did wrong at all.
That's so
if you want to reapply for the partner program, come back in a year, but too bad.
Okay.
And I was like, how could I ever improve my content, make sure that I'm in line with your platform's terms of service if you don't tell me what I actually did wrong? And their attitude was, we don't care. Too bad. And I was like,
well, this again, I do feel for DSP with this, because like the platforms have way too much power. They can just kick you off and be like, yeah, we don't have to give you a reason. And we can offer you to come back, but we don't have to tell you what you need to do to come back. It's like so fucked. It's way too much power.
All right, well, I'll see if I can still make some money streaming on Twitch, even without the partner program. So for about another month, I was streaming on Twitch, and I was just trying to take in like tips and contributions and stuff like that. One day I'm streaming the game Returnal. You remember that game?
Yes.
And you remember how high action that game was. Like there's shit.
It was
flying
very,
at you from
yeah, it
every
was a lot of
direction.
shit going on. Yeah.
Very frenetic. So in the middle of me playing it, I'm reading.
Also, too, give him credit. Like DSP is not nervous at all. He's just doing it. Like he's doing a good job just explaining stuff and being real. He's doing really good representing right now. Credit where it's due.
Something off the screen and I get attacked from the side and I'm like, oh shit, blah, blah, blah. And I like got tongue tied.
Yep.
Did you accidentally say the N-word?
No, it sounded almost like I did, but I definitely didn't say it because I was reading the screen. You could see what I was actually trying to say when I got interrupted.
Yeah.
And they suspended me. And I'm like, how could you suspend me? I didn't do anything. Oh, well, you said the N-word. I was like, no, I didn't. Watch it back. Within an hour, they unsuspended me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to stream on a platform where, number one, at any moment, you're going to accuse me of being like a hateful bigot.
Yeah.
But then you won't judge.
I was thinking about this earlier about like the N-word and the heresy and the just how serious people take it online. And I'm just like, it's just curious to me. It's curious, arbitrary rules that are set with language on what you can and cannot say. Like, the George Carlin skit from back in the day with the 7 sinful words you can't say on network TV. It's funny to me. It really is.
Justify what you're saying. You won't even send me evidence of me doing anything wrong, violating your terms. And you take away my ability to monetize my streams. That's number one. And then on top of that, even if I try to survive and make a living otherwise, like, okay, I'll just take tips or whatever, then you're going to suspend me on a whim for something I literally didn't do because my trolls flagged the stream. And at that point, I said, I don't want to be here anymore. And I stepped away. And ever since I've been a full.
Oh, man. Poor Two Ducks. He's like the Dreamcast guy. Shameless to an extent. I never thought of DSP like Dreamcast guy. I think they are in the same exact bucket. Holy shit. I never even put that together. Wow. Wow. That is. Wow.
Full-time YouTube streamer. And for the last year, I've also co-streamed on Kick. And that's how I make my living. So I don't want to be on Twitch. I don't want to be on a place that's unprofessional. And at a moment's notice, they're going to cancel me when I didn't do anything wrong.
I'm going to be honest. So, like, do you think that you were a victim of cancel culture?
I was a victim of a group of people on the internet who really don't like me taking advantage of cancel culture.
Well,
that's what it was. Because
he is very well spoken. Like, damn, bro, nice comeback.
Didn't give a shit.
I think
Twitch
that's kind
didn't
of
care.
based. It is.
Based.
I mean,
shit.
now, things have changed a lot since then. 2021.
This is Phil's big moment here. He might actually get a pretty big boost here. This is wow. All right.
One was a different universe, as I'm sure that you know.
I mean, here's the thing. His reputation precedes him. He's been doing this for so long. If people haven't subbed to him at this point, they're probably not going to.
But so you're talking about, I know that some of my viewers might not be familiar with this. You're talking about this term detractors. Can you expand on that?
So there's a difference between an internet troll and a detractor. Okay, internet troll, just someone who like wants to make fun of you, razz you every once in a while, you know.
Eagle Eric hates DSP. Batman says he's got a lot of W's after the stream. Yeah.
A detractor is someone who is like absolutely dedicated to your downfall.
Okay.
Someone who spends untold amounts of time.
This is like when Nick Calandra was rallying all his troops online to get people to report the smashjt.com website to get it taken down, and successfully did for like 48 hours on a holiday weekend before they came back and were like, what the fuck? It got automatically triggered because so many people started flagging it that it was just like a system like, oh, there's probably something really bad on this website. We need to have a human review it. And there was no one there to look at it for 48 hours.
And stalking your content, trying to nitpick, trying to find flaws in your character so that then they can highlight them and try to make you look bad for personal gain. That's what I consider
So do you think that they really want you to fail, or they just want to, like, I think that they want to keep you down, but they don't want you to fail, because if it's like kind of like harvesting a crop in a way, right? Because like if they totally get rid of your content, then as you said, they're not going to make any fucking money. So they want you to succeed, but just in a very, very limited way, right?
Yep.
I would say to some extent, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
A lot of them, that is their game. The problem is, it's not necessarily the people making the content that's the problem. It's the people that watch their content.
Oh.
They don't understand the context.
So I'm the problem.
And then DSP is crushing this.
They come after me. Oh, no, not you. I'm saying like some of their like diehard fans have done some pretty fucked up stuff to me and my family. And not just me. I'm talking anyone who's considered a lol cow on the internet or whatever. The extent that these people go, they don't understand that.
I mean, I think what he's talking about specifically here, probably other people as well, but I think Review Tech USA is one of the people in his mind, because RTU will stream hours on end just watching Phil all night, and it's fucking weird. It's fucking weird.
Okay, this is all a joke. Let's make fun of them. Let's make some money on it. Listen, that goes hand in hand. I get that. But if then you're going to try to go out of your way to get me to lose my livelihood completely, you're actually going to try to harass people in real life, to try to stalk people in real life. That's when it gets crazy.
I saw Asmon's chat says DSP is based ?
So that's when
it's kind of like professional wrestling, right? Where it's like some people.
I love Asmon's chat is like all about agreeing with DSP right now. This is wild.
Like they understand that it's kind of a joke and it's for fun, and like there's like tongue-in-cheek humor to it, but there's some people that take it too far.
I would agree with that statement. Yes.
And while we're on the topic of wrestling, there has been.
Hold on 1 second.
Go ahead. Preface it.
I just want to. Go ahead. I'm not going to preface it. Actually, I want to say something different. Before we start, because here's the problem, which you may not be aware of.
Right.
Okay. By the way, I want to thank you for giving me this platform, being able to speak with you today, because
thanks for coming on.
Holy shit! Like Phil is like, I'm giving him an A+ on this. Like, I did not expect this. I was expecting him to fall on his face and embarrass him. This is legit. It's good shit.
This amount of viewership, and this is awesome that I get to actually talk with you and say my piece and all this.
Sure.
So thank you for that.
Of course.
FYI, I'm in a unique situation. I have so many detractors. Okay.
You know what would have been fucking hysterical if he's like, if some of your viewers don't mind coming over and donating some money to me after this, that would be amazing. That would have been amazing. Like that. That would have shot this right through the roof if he went with that. I would have been like, bro, I would have done that. I'm like, holy shit, that's actually so amazing that yes.
Now, when you react to my stuff, you watch a detractor video or whatever, you might think, hey, well, this is cool. I'm giving Phil the rub, right? I'm watching some of Phil's content today. Maybe some people will head over and check him out or whatever. And that's a positive outcome from you watching my content.
Yes.
The problem here is that's not the case, because my detractors every single day live restream my streams illegally. Okay. It's not like they're adding commentary or criticism. They're just live restreaming just to say, hey,
let's talk about Review Tech USA right now.
Watch it over here so Phil doesn't make any money or get any attention. They steal my content. Right now, they're ripping this video and they will have it on their channel before I can have it live on mine. So the problem is, you watch the content and they say, oh, DSP, let me go find them. And they go to YouTube, they type in DSP, and all they get in the search is my detractor.
It's about you being an idiot, basically,
right?
They can never find my channel.
Yeah.
Like there was a case in point earlier this year. There was a guy in the fighting game community. He had heard one of my takes on the recent Street Fighter game and he responded to it, but he couldn't find my actual content. He only found the detractor. This year, there was a guy in the fighting game community.
Very dark.
He had heard one of my takes on the recent Street Fighter game and he responded to it, but he couldn't find my actual content.
He's looking for it
only
right now.
found the detractor clips that looked like shit. You know, they were all fuzzy and shit.
Right.
And he's like, I want to talk to Phil. Can anyone tell me what his real channel is? And no one could. No one could even tell him my real channel.
So that's actually a good point. I've never searched out DSP's channel in my life. I've just watched clips of people clipping him. I've never actually watched him.
Well, I just searched DSP myself. So DSP tries it Memeology 101. Is this your main channel?
That is
Okay,
not me.
that's not your main channel. Okay, let's scroll down. How about
No, reaction videos are not theft. What he's referencing is like Dicker's RTU just streams hours on end and just pulls up a DSP stream and just sits there and just sits and listens to him, and then interjects commentary every once in a long while, every single night. And what DSP is saying is like, people are just watching him instead of actually just watching me. He's become such a locale on the internet that people want to watch other people react to him, which is hysterical because I could argue Dickers is more of a locale than DSP at this point. But to DSP's credit, like, he really does put the time and effort into gaming. If he wanted to turn it right back around at Dickers, he could start restreaming Dickers, restreaming him. Every night he does it, just be like, okay, we'll just do this every night.
Raw Phil? Is that your main channel?
Nope. He's my number one thief.
Okay, well,
Light Ferret on Kick says Phil was like this on Craig with side scrollers, but then he turned around and snaked Craig by lying about what happened. Craig was watching him, calling him out today. I heard something about that. I don't know the entire situation, but you guys know I love Southern Craig. He is an amazing, amazing person. Met him a bunch of times in real life, and to me, he's a very authentic, down-to-earth, very trustworthy person. So if that's what he's saying, then I believe him right off the bat.
Well, here's another one. I even recognize this name, Duty Streams. This one also isn't your main channel either, right?
Nope. These are all my detractors.
Okay. All right. Mighty D. This isn't you, is it?
Nope.
Okay.
Have you ever watched the 5-hour Side Scrollers DSP interview? No. Nope.
Okay. Let's see. Robust Urban Garlic. All right. This is again not
What?
you. All right.
I don't think so.
So
none of these channels are him.
I think that you're actually right about this. I don't. Where
are you?
Snort Burnell? Snort Burnell. That's you.
This is, by the way, this is on YouTube. YouTube needs to fix this shit. Like, he's a big enough creator. The algorithm needs to know that when someone types in his channel, that it needs to be the very first thing every time. That's crazy. Now, the problem is DSP is like, it's just 3 letters. So it's easy to be like, well, you can't own those 3 letters. There's a lot on the internet, but it needs to know to place them above this other shit. It needs to know that.
Oh, no.
Well, I do snort sometimes on the stream, but no, that's not my channel, sadly.
Ack.
So so you snorted before on the stream, and this has got to be Photoshop. Yeah, okay, it is that one's Photoshop. All right, it looks like my hair, not yours.
Okay.
And
so could I
ahead.
actually tell people my channel so if they want to check it out, they have an opportunity?
You know
if they
what?
have a chance?
I mean, we're not going to find it here, so I think you have to.
Okay. My main channel where I stream every single day, well, almost every day. It's usually around 5 to 6 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
It's youtube.com/DSP Gaming. Okay. My channel is so old, you don't need the @ symbol to find it. It's actually hard-coded DSP Gaming. It's been around for 15 plus years. And there's tons of content. I mean, this thing is like a repository of ridiculous amounts of gameplay throughs that I've done. I do have another channel that's DSP React. That one is @DSP React. That one I don't use that much. I do fast food reviews on there. So if you want to check that out, you can. But it's DSP Gaming is where you can find.
Why would anyone watch this garbage? It's just him just eating. Asmongold looking at it like, what the fuck?
So if anyone's watching this, hey, I just want to give the guy a look. Please actually watch the real channel, because then you'll actually see the content. You know, it'll be nice instead of just the detractors getting a rub.
Sammy says, Smash, Phil's problem is he intentionally tanks his brand, shaming his donors and banning them because he thought they were trolls. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's, yeah, wow.
Okay, all right. So basically, these detractors have completely taken over your YouTube algorithm.
I think, by the way, what you guys are saying while I'm watching this, it's important to balance it, because when there's a conversation like this, of course, you're only going to hear the good things. You're never gonna hear the shitty shit that he's done. He's not gonna come forward and be like, "Oh, I'm also a dick," or "I'm also an asshole," or "I'm also an awful person." Like they're not gonna do that. So take this with a grain of salt every time there's a conversation like this. But still, it's interesting.
Now nobody actually watches you. Like you're a well-known figure on the internet, but nobody actually watches you.
You're right. Right now, more people are watching the restreams of my stream than my stream.
How did this happen?
A combination of factors. The big one that actually sunk my channel was that in 2015, this is 10 years ago,
Yeah.
a detractor hit me with a whole bunch of false copyright strikes. And this is when the copyright strike thing was really abusable. Okay?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was a partner with Machinima Network back then, and they had a meeting with YouTube about it. And YouTube says to Machinima, Phil needs to delete any videos on his channel where these detractors could actually hit him with a false copyright strike.
Whenever I was asking about the detractors, why do you think that you have detractors?
See, there's a million reasons why. And listen, I'm not going to...
Are any of them your fault?
Here we go. Now, that's a great question. Because this is it's just me, poor innocent me, DSP, and everyone hates on me. Great based Asmon question right there.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I was just going to say. I was going to say, there's no way that I'm going to say it's never my fault or it's not my fault. This all started back in around 2011 and 2012.
All right.
Okay, so for a little bit of history lesson, I started on YouTube in 2008.
Yeah.
I started doing this for a living in 2011. And at one point, I was actually one of the bigger.
That's wild, by the way. Doing YouTube for a living in 2011. Did they even have AdSense back then? Like, how the hell did you even do it back then? That's crazy.
Not the biggest, but one of the bigger Let's Players on YouTube.
I guess he had a contract with Machinima, he said. So there you go.
Okay, I was getting 10 to 20 million views a month on my main channel at that time.
Okay.
And what happened was I thought I got too big in my own head. I got a big ego. Okay, I thought my
understandable.
My content's the best.
Yeah.
Right. It's the best playthroughs out there. And people started to throw me criticism and like, Phil, dude, it's 2011. You're not even doing direct capture. You're using a camera to record your TV. What are you, stupid? Like, you're making money. Why don't you go get a capture device? Why don't you do this and do that to improve? And I was very stubborn. I basically would always like clap back and argue. And I'd be like, no, my content's good as it is. I know I like to do it the way I do it. I'm not going to listen to any criticism or whatever.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening is one person made a video called This Is How You Don't Play. And I'm sure you've seen some of these. You've been watching
I've seen
detractor content.
Yeah.
So the original one, I believe, was Metal Gear Solid 2. And this video was just a montage of me sucking at the game. Every stupid thing I did, every mistake I made, every dumb piece of commentary I said, all thrown into one.
Which is kind of wild, too, if you think about it, because getting to the point of having someone care enough to watch you and then edit that down into that, that's a level of popularity that a lot of people that can't succeed on this platform would dream of. To be like, I'm so bad that people actually take the time to showcase how bad I am.
It was a very entertaining video. People loved it. And it got like 1 million views on YouTube. So me being very stupid and big-headed back then.
Yes.
Did I respond positively and be like, wow, that's great. Maybe I should buy into this. Maybe I'll make my own videos razzing myself or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I'm an idiot. I'm a big-headed, stubborn idiot. And instead, I start like getting pissed at the guy. I start insulting him, saying he's stealing my content. He did that without my permission.
Aren't you doing that now? Weren't you just doing that now?
Busted.
Because the detractors, you're saying that they were re-uploading your content. And they're doing the same thing?
Yep.
Because you just said that like maybe 10 minutes ago.
You're right. And the difference is today, they're doing absolutely nothing transformative whatsoever.
Okay.
They are literally just stealing the content and like that Raw Phil channel you just mentioned. Yeah. All he does is rip my shit plain and just puts it on his channel.
Yeah. So right now he's not talking about Review Tech USA, because Review Tech USA at least sits there and says something every once in a while.
Not making a criticism. He's not reviewing my content. He's just fucking stealing it.
Okay.
That's the difference between today and back then. Back then, this is how you don't play. 100% today in context, it's a great video. It's totally a transformative work. He had the right to make it. But now I've grown and I understand that. Back then I was an asshole. Okay. So I basically came across to the internet as this elitist asshole. I'm better than you. I know what I'm doing. And I became the butt of everyone's joke. All of a sudden it was welcome
to the Streisand effect with the internet. Once the internet knows that you have a weakness, they're gonna just start hammering on that.
More fun to laugh at Phil than with Phil. And
Yeah, there's
so this big movement started, you know.
So
That's
it was
how
a
it
move.
began,
It was a
Kind
movement.
of like me and the meme of Smash doesn't play games. And now the haters and detractors have just leaned into that. And now they think it's like, oh, he actually is a grifter and he doesn't play video games. That is like a thing that I've just like embraced now. I'm like, I'm not even gonna fight against it. Yep. I don't play games, guys. I don't play any games. Nope.
Against you. And so you think that you kind of egg this on by just kind of being a kind of being I guess like oppositional to what people would say and having an ego, etc. That's pretty much how it happened.
Absolutely. It's that beginning portion of that was my fault 100%.
So what about now though? Like why do they, because like I've seen a number of these videos, and
Do you guys want me to reach out to DSP and have him on for a conversation? I don't know what we'd even talk about, but that would be entertaining.
I'll admit it does seem like you ask for money a lot.
Here we go.
It seems like you do it a lot. Like, so, because like, for example,
Here's the thing.
well, like,
Okay, go ahead.
So there was a donation goal for you to wear a hat.
Yes.
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 Hold on. Who would have a donation goal to wear a hat? What kind of grifter is this guy?
Okay,
Right.
all right. Yeah, please continue.
Continue
Can you
on.
expand
Yes,
on
there
that?
was a donation goal for
Okay,
a hat.
So how does that work, right? How much money was it? What kind of hat was it? Was the chat able to decide it? How does a hat goal work?
I had tiered rewards for a few years there. I'd say 3-4 years almost.
Yeah.
Probably, where every stream I would have, like, if I hit a certain threshold of support, I would put on a hat of your choice. I would put on a vest of your choice. The vest was a big one.
Okay.
For a long time, I was hitting a goal and I would put on a vest, and people freaked out because I had like 10 different vests that I would put on during the stream. The running joke was, when you go tune into one of these booby streamers, right? You give them money and they're going to take clothes off. They're going to jump in a hot tub. Well, DSP does it the other way. You give me money, I'm going to put shit on.
Okay. All right. I like that. Sounds
You're
good.
paying
Makes
me
sense.
to cover up.
So the DSP's vest streak comes to a miserable end. This is from 5 years ago. So you've been doing these vest streaks for a while.
The vest streak was when the vest started, which was early that year, and it lasted like maybe 4 or 5 months. Then after that, it was just an ongoing thing that I would do. We didn't always hit a goal, and I didn't always do that. Like, I wouldn't always put on a vest, or it would only be if I hit a goal of support for a stream or something like that. Just a silly thing to do with the viewers.
That actually might be the idea, but he'd probably hate that. I don't know. It'd be a good test to see, like, is he able to laugh at himself, or would he get angry about it? Because he said he's used to be the guy that got angry about that. Be like, well, has he changed?
And that, I would say that was until about 1.5 years ago. Is probably when I stopped doing it.
Why'd you stop?
So I got tired of it. It was just stupid.
You
Like,
ran out
it
of
got to
vests?
the point where it's old and
You
it's
ran
just,
out of vests.
it's played out. It was silly for a while, but then a lot of the times you have people come to the stream and the only reason they're there is because, oh, can we hit the vest goal today? Well, it's not really why I'm streaming.
So it is like an e-girl.
It's what's that?
It is like an e-girl. They're there to see if she's going to wear the bikini.
Yeah, in some ways, you're absolutely right. I would say so. Yeah, it was the opposite thing, but yeah, it was kind of like that. And I got tired of it. I don't want to do that. I want to be making streams where people
Smash and DSP plays.
People are showing up because they like the content I'm doing, whether it's the game playthrough or just hanging out with me, a podcast, whatever it is. I don't want them to be here to see if I'm putting on a vest today. I think that's stupid.
So it was that the vest content was too popular.
At one point, like, you're talking about the vest streak.
Yeah.
There were entire streams where, like, the entire chat is like, is he gonna hit the goal?
Right.
Is it the vest? The vest. I was like, guys, I'm playing a game. Can we, like, fucking talk about the game I'm playing over here? Like, I'm tired of this shit.
There's tons of girls that are like that on Twitch too. No, it's very common. And people objectify you, and they're not there for the game. They're there for you, and it's weird. And absolutely. So what about the hat though? Do you still do the hat goals?
No, that's like I said. I phased all that stuff out. In fact, just this last year,
I never want to phase out the haggle. That's like foundational. How do you phase that out, bro?
Since people still bring it up from time to time, on Independence Day, I did a stupid event called Indivestance Day, where if we hit milestones,
Okay.
of
That's hysterical.
support again, I
Yes.
would put on a hat and a vest again. It was like a throwback event, and I said, "You guys want to do it once a year? We'll do it once a year as a silly celebration." But I'm past doing that stuff.
So you decided, so you've divested from the vest streams. I think that's probably a good
Yes.
idea. So now
See what you did there?
basically, instead of paying you to put on a vest, what do they pay you for now? Just for nothing?
Just to support the stream because
That's
they like
it.
the content and they
Okay.
want to see it continue. Here's the difference though, and
Yeah.
again, this is the
So the best part is he has goals, but he has no reason why people should get the goal.
people that used to criticize me. They had a fair point, and now I think things have changed.
Right.
As you can, I don't know. Well, actually, can you see me on camera right now? Like, do you
I
see
can
my
see
set
you.
and everything?
Yes.
Okay.
With the turkey in
so,
the background.
Yeah, as you can see, I put some money into my set recently. I upgraded everything. The camera's now nice HD
I mean, honestly, his set is not terrible.
quality and everything. Before that, I mean, I was in a lot of financial problems. I couldn't really afford to do anything that was high quality. So I was always the guy who made a living streaming, but his stream looked like shit. Right?
Right. Yeah.
I wonder if he took inspiration from the panels that I have behind me because it looks oddly similar.
So now people have seen in the last year and a half, people started supporting me in droves. I was like, I'm going to show you, if you actually support me, I'm going to do the things that I wanted to do. I'm going to get a better mic. I'm going to get better headphones. I'm going to upgrade my set. I got 2 PCs
I might update the tier 3 hat. I might. We'll see.
now, so I can pump out, high quality gameplay and do these streams, co-stream and all of this. I mean, we're talking about upgrading again later this week. I'm going to look at Black Friday deals and possibly upgrade my desk and stuff like that. But that's the thing. Like, people like the content enough that they want to support it. It's not about, I want to see him put on a vest anymore. I just like Phil.
Laura Fryer, I had mine before her. I had my studio set up before she even put her first video out. So that's how you know.
And I want his content to continue and to improve.
So they just give you money because they like you, basically.
Because they like the content.
Okay.
And some of them, I'm sure, like me too.
All right.
To be honest, as far as my background's concerned, I didn't see these tiles anywhere. I wanted to do a very unique background that was cool enough and trendy enough looking. And honestly, in this shed, it was super echoey. So I was like, I need something that absorbs sound. So I just went to Amazon. It was like sound absorbers. And this was like the 8th one down. I was like, perfect. I've never seen those before. I'll do that. And then like a few weeks or months later, after I started and set it all up, I started seeing them everywhere. I was like, motherfucker.
Well, that's pretty good. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. And so you've done this for a long time. You said you're in financial troubles. How's your financial situation now? Are you comfortable talking about that? Or is that something you don't really talk about on stream?
I'm not going to talk about anything specific because sadly with these people, how obsessed they are with me.
Yes.
If I give them a single piece of information, they'll try to find a way to data mine.
I don't know about data mine, but I think he's right on this. When you have a lot of people watching you, they detractors specifically, and they find out about money, they really hone in on that. That's like the one thing that really gets at them. We talk about it all the time too. That's not a pleasant freeze frame for Asmongold, but we talk about it all the time about how they're all focused on money. Pocket watches everywhere. That's fair.
And find out shit. They've gotten into accounts of mine before. They didn't really mess up stuff.
Jeez.
Okay.
Well,
but
yeah.
in general, today I am way better off than I have been in a very, very long time. I even said to everyone just the other day, it looks like this year is probably the best year financially that I've had in over a decade.
Wow.
No lie.
All right. Well, that's pretty good. So speaking of accounts and everything, there's been a lot of...
This is kind of funny because I had the perspective going in that this guy couldn't get $20 donated to him on a stream ever. I thought that was the running joke, but if this is the best year he's had streaming in a decade, then he's doing all right somewhere. So
people that looked into a WWE wrestling gotcha game account, and they think that it's your account. I think the name of it, if I remember correctly, because I saw the video on it, I'll admit, was called Down from the Rafters. Is this something that you did?
Yes. Well, I'll tell the whole story for you.
Which, by the way, this is the kind of conversation that I was, and this is on me, learning experience. I was expecting this kind of conversation with Colin to discuss where he's coming from and where I was coming from, he came in with a very different perspective where he was just like, no, you're wrong about everything. Like, holy shit, bro, have a conversation. This is the more my speed of a discussion here.
Go
All
ahead.
right, this way.
All right.
The audience will hear it and actually get the real story. So yeah, WWE Champions is one of many mobile games that I've played over the years. Okay, I actually played some before, like WWE Supercard. That was another one that I spent a lot of money on.
How much?
And this is in Supercard, I don't know. See, the thing is, I've never added it together. It's thousands upon thousands of dollars. I'll just say that right now.
Thousands could be 400,000. It could be 3,000.
It's definitely not 400,000. That's for sure.
Okay, but like, if you had to give a guess,
you know, I would have nothing if I spent $400,000 on these games. Okay, but you know, yeah, it's definitely thousands and thousands of dollars. I don't know. I never sit down and look and add it together. And
you should probably do that. Humble advice. You might want to figure out how much you're spending on this.
If you had to guess.
But you really want me to guess?
I want you to guess.
50.
All right, to be okay. Let's put it in perspective. When I used to play WWE Supercard, okay, to even get the reward at the end of the event, to complete the event, you had to spend something like $700.
So they made.
These are the people that these games prey on. People like DSP. I always wondered who they were. I'm like, oh, there we go.
Did you spend
I'm
the
not
money?
kidding. You had to. What do you mean they made me? No, I chose to spend.
Okay.
Money.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Because I've seen some gacha games, right? Well, you get some people on that Genshin Impact game. They think that they're in love with the characters, so you can never be sure. All right. All right. Go ahead. Continue.
No, I chose to spend the money, and you know it's bad. You know, yes, at one point I was way overspending on these games.
Yes.
The only reason that WWE Champions is the one they bring up is because that's the one that they think they had the information. They've got the red-handed. They caught me.
Allegedly, he spent $250,000 USD at the time of his bankruptcy on a game.
All of that.
They got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I played WWE Champions. I own an account that was called one thing. I changed the name to Down from the Rafters. I spent a lot of money on it. And then years ago, I sold it. I got rid of it because I couldn't play it anymore because these people were actually harassing me so much.
Wow.
Trying to play it. They got me kicked out of every faction that I tried to join. They were trying to like data mine fucking Discord servers and shit to figure out if I ever talked to anyone. I had enough.
Yeah.
So I sold it at a ridiculous discount. I just got rid of it. Now, to this day,
how much was the Down from the Rafters account? How much money did you spend on that account total? Like, again, just ballpark.
Okay, let's think.
Do you notice DSP never gives any answers?
I'll try to ballpark. I will.
$10,000.
I would say. Well, hold on, because
he doesn't know how to give an answer.
WWE Champions started in 2017. Okay, that's when the game actually began.
It's 8 years.
You couldn't really spend too much money in the early days. It was more like 2-3 years in that they changed it, and then all of a sudden you could start spending a lot of money. And it was about a year and a half that I really spent too much. Yeah, I mean, I would say this. I definitely spent, no exaggeration, I probably spent $10,000 on that game.
Okay.
Yeah.
$20,000.
That's a maybe.
Okay, he's finally giving answers. Holy shit. This is like trying to get blood out of a stone here.
$25,000.
Probably not.
$30,000.
Definitely.
Definitely. Okay. All right. So it's between probably $15,000 and $25,000. Does that sound pretty accurate? Okay. All right. That's
probably.
Good. So that's a lot of money to spend on a game like that. And what?
You know what's funny for Asmongold? He probably makes that before he wakes up.
Why did you decide to play that game instead of like Genshin Impact or Wuthering Waves or Honkai Star Rail? What was? I guess like you're a fan of wrestling.
I was a fan of wrestling. I had already played WWE Supercard. I got tired of it, and I started moving over to like other games. And for the record, you know, I do play other mobile games too. It's just that this is the one. You
played Uma Musume?
That people focus. What's that?
Have you ever played Uma Musume?
No.
Oh man. Okay, so you're playing all the bad mobile games then. Yeah. What is this?
Wait, which one is that? Is that the horse racing one?
Yeah, it's the horse game.
I know about it. Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
No.
All right.
But basically my detractors, I
Yeah.
guess someone suspected that the account was mine and they came after me. And for years they harassed me. And for years, admittedly, I lied about it publicly. I just outright lied about it on stream saying, no, I don't play that game. No, that's not me. Yada,
So were
yada,
you
yada.
embarrassed about it?
I was embarrassed about it. At one point, I would argue I knew I was overspending on it, but I kept doing it anyway. You know what I mean? Like, it was bad. And so why am I talking about this?
Like, I don't know, by the way, this is not like a knock on Phil or anything like that, but I don't know if he's like self-admitted autistic or as like Asperger's, or if there's something he's publicly admitted about it, but his mannerisms, the way he talks, and then the addiction to these games tells me that there's something going on where he is being taken advantage of by these game companies with this stuff, and he can't help himself.
On my streams, but my streams have nothing to do with this whatsoever. My streams are gameplay playthroughs and, vlogging. There's really no reason at all for me to be talking about this stuff publicly.
He hates getting called autistic. Well, I mean, you probably shouldn't be spending allegedly $250,000 on a wrestling game. So if you don't want to be called that.
But it keeps getting brought up like constantly in my content. So
even I know
you
about
get to the point where I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm like, no, I didn't do it. Fuck this. Shut up. I get all angry. And of course, again, kind of similar to 10 years ago with the "this is how you don't play" thing. Instead of playing it cool, instead of, being calm, I have that angry reaction. And that's what people want, right? That's the loud cow reaction that you want. And then it just extrapolates, you say no once. Well, now we have more information that is probably your account. Now we have more information. Oh my God, this is still coming up. All right. Now, to tell you where we are today.
Yes.
Okay. I don't play WWE Champions anymore. I quit. I'm done. I haven't played that game in months, and I'm done with it entirely.
That's almost just as sad. Imagine spending that much money on a game and then being like, I can't keep playing it because I keep spending money in it. Meaning that all the money you put into it is just gone. Yikes.
What did your wife think about you playing the game? How did she feel about you spending that much money?
She knew.
My wife would have fucking divorced me. Like, straight up, bro. Keep it a buck. She loves me, but holy shit, bro. Like, she's got a logical approach to you're not going to be fucking with the family and our happiness in the future with your own selfishness. And I wouldn't blame her. That's crazy that his wife was like, yeah, sure.
Obviously,
wait, did she know, crazy. Like, if you asked, if I were to ask her how much money does she think that you spent on that game, what would the answer, what would the number that she would give you be?
She would probably say like thousands is what she would.
Yeah, but like, we're going back to this, like,
answer.
Okay, so probably like, okay, but she'll probably assume that it would be a lot less than what you did spend.
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
I never told again.
So she never got upset about you playing these games or anything like that.
No.
Okay. So you did this, and they found out that it was your game.
What a weird dynamic. I mean, I guess to each their own, with their own family dynamics at the house, I guess. But that's strange. Spending that kind of money on a game, and your wife doesn't know, or if she does, she doesn't care. I mean, that's fucked, bro. What?
Because I saw you played, then after it kind of got exposed and you admitted it, you actually ended up playing the WWE Champions on your stream, right?
Oh, you mean when Jasper was over here and I took a picture, but oh no, you're talking about
that would be my advice for everyone. The keys to a successful relationship: do not hide finances from each other at all. Full transparency. In a relationship is, I don't know how people have successful relationships without telling their significant other everything. That's crazy to me. And people are like, oh, I totally do, but they don't. Like, the only person that really knows is you too. That's the thing. Like, you can lie to people all you want, but it's just going to affect you at the end of the day. And it blows my mind how many people will convince themselves that they're truthful and transparent, and they're not. I even have friends that just struggle in relationships because they fall in love with a girl and they're so attracted to her. And then they go out to eat and they're looking at other girls while they're at a date with the girl that they fell in love with and are attracted to. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you looking at other girls for? With your girl in front of you at the dinner, bro.
Last year when I actually played the game on stream.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
Because I'm going to be honest. I've never seen you happier than whenever you were playing WWE Champions on stream. Like that's like you were more locked in and excited about that game than like you were you were happier about that than you were about Elden Ring.
Because Elden Ring's all right. But the thing is with the game like that.
I love the review here we're getting from DSP is wrestling, greatest game ever. Elden Ring, that's all right.
Okay, and with any game that has this this factor of risk reward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're gonna do a pull. Are you gonna get the good pull or whatever? You hype it up for that stream. I was way hyping it up because people have been talking about this shit for so long.
Yeah,
here's my opportunity to take this shit that I've been eating for years and
let me tell you guys a story. I went to Vegas one time with my buddy, and I got my ass kicked. This was years ago. It's probably 7 or maybe more, 8, 9 years ago. It was a long time ago. And it was for my buddy's birthday. And it was a guy's trip to Vegas. And no matter what game I played, no matter what table I went to, no matter what slot machine I pulled, lost immediately. No matter, there wasn't even like at least you won a little bit here and lost it. It's like, no, just everything I did lost. And it's like I said, it was a while ago, close to a decade ago. And I lost, I think I was there for 3 or 4 days. And I think I lost somewhere around $4,200. It was so much money I lost in like a weekend. And I'm like, holy shit, that was like all my savings for like the entire year with everything. And I was like, damn, that was bad. Life lesson, exactly. And I came home to my wife and she's like, how'd it go? And I'm like, not good. And you know what she said to me? I don't want to hear about it then. I'm like, you don't want to know how much I lost? She's like, no, I don't. And to this day, she still doesn't know. But it's just funny because I didn't have a problem telling her though, because I'm like, it was very irresponsible, but it was also like, that's the problem when you go to Vegas and you're just with the guys. You got 2 options. You can go to the clubs or you can gamble. I guess you can go to the strip club. I'm not into strip clubs, and my buddies aren't even into strip clubs either. So strip clubs are that's not a thing we do. I guess there's 3 if you do those things in Vegas. You can go to shows and stuff, but my buddies didn't want to go to shows. They were just like, yeah, just hanging out. So it was like, just like gamble. I was like, okay, I lost. What do I do now? You can gamble more. Okay, I guess I'll gamble more. Like, it was a very bad situation to be in. Anyways.
Turn it into something positive that my viewers are into it, everything.
And
it worked. There was a few streams there where people were excited. They were supporting the stream and
well, to be fair too, I've had trips to Vegas where I've won like $3,000 or $4,000 too. I've had some very good trips to Vegas. I used to go to Vegas all the time before kids. It's not so much anymore these days. I think at the end of the day, I'm still net positive with Vegas when it comes to gambling. I think and I'm not like just saying that to sound better about it, but I was like, no, I think overall I'm probably net positive or close to it.
Oh, say do more pulls. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, and here's the truth, it died out after like a month and a half. No one cared about it.
People get tired of watching it. Yeah. There's like a novelty to it. No, I've done gotcha games on stream too. I know how it works. Yeah. So you've quit the game now.
Oh yeah. And that's like, actually that was what kind of got me realizing this is stupid. Like, it's just waste of time, waste of money. I'm not addicted to it anymore. At one point I would argue, I was at a point, not like I said, not just Champions, but before that there was Supercard, where I was kind of addicted, dropping $700 to play in an event, like what the hell am I doing? But I'm
My game is craps. I love craps. Craps is awesome.
out of that now. I don't do that anymore.
If you don't know how to play craps, it's very intimidating and very fucking confusing. But if you do know how to play craps, it makes perfect sense and you understand how everything happens. So yeah.
Or I don't play that game. I'll be honest, I do play a couple mobile games,
Which
and
ones?
I barely spend on them at all. Oh, I'm definitely not going to say, because if I do, these people will go harass the account. They'll try to get me banned from the account, and they'll data mine it and do all kinds of fucked up shit. So I definitely am not going to say.
So why do you think they're so mad at you? Why are they so mad? Yes. What? And all these viewers, they're very angry.
In general, or in regards to WWE Champions?
Just in general. So I feel like there's a lot of these people, like, I mean, they really are upset about the fact that you are you. They don't like that.
They don't like me, and they don't like that I am me. You're right.
I like how he laughs. So he's like, ha 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 ha. It's like the evil villain laugh from like an anime.
You're absolutely.
So how, like, what? Why are they so mad?
It's a good question, because if you ask each and every one of them, I think they'll all have an answer, but the answer is just a meme. And then when you analyze the meme and you're like, well, do you actually know the truth behind what you're saying about Phil? They'll be like, well, no, it's just what the detractor said. I saw the video, you know? So I would love
to be clear. Like I said, this was years ago. I go to Vegas maybe once every 3 years now, maybe. I used to go every other month back when I was dating my now wife, but that was because she had family that used to live there. So we would like visit family there too. So it wasn't just, oh, we need to go gamble. And plus I'd be going, she was my girlfriend. We'd be going to nightclubs, be going to shows. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. Vegas is amazing. It also can suck.
To hear, you know, actual people who aren't the detractors who are making this content to profit from it, but actual people who maybe watch their content to say to me, why is it that we don't like Phil so much? Okay, you said you've been watching this stuff for 10 years.
Yeah, I'm going to give you my answer. And it's not that I don't like you, by the way. I think you're fine. I think it's funny. I get the, I get it, right? But you ask for money a lot.
Here we go. This is the part we're waiting for.
Because like I'll see like there'll be a new video and it'll pop up on my YouTube recommendeds on my smart TV, and it will just show up. And it's like there's a new one like every day, and it's you talking about people like meeting a sub goal. Kick. Recently there was one about people on Kick that weren't supporting the stream as well, and supporting a stream is giving money. And I feel like it's a very, very common thing. And like, so how many times a day do you think you mention the amount of like people, like something in relation to you receiving money?
It depends. Every time that I receive something, I do a shout out. So you could argue that every single time someone contributes, I'm talking about it.
Well, like whenever you make a call, how often do you make a call to action or draw attention to the fact that you can donate money to your stream? Like what would be like what do you think your ratio is?
Well, what do you mean? Like just number of mentions? Do you mean the percentage of the actual stream?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean,
because I stream a lot. I stream every day. From around 11:30 a.m. till around 4 p.m. And then I have a second stream that starts around like 6:37, and that goes to like 10. Okay, so you're talking almost 8 hours of streaming a day.
Yeah.
All right. Every morning when
by the way, that's a lot. 8 hours of streaming a day. I know people are like, well, that's a full-time job. I'm like, it is. But sitting in your ass and trying to be entertaining for 8 hours to people it is exhausting. It is. I'm not trying to make it sound like it's harder work than construction or anything like that, but it's still it is tasking on people.
I bring it up. I'll say, oh, here's where we are with our goals for the week, and here's what we're doing today with this and that, and here's how you can contribute.
I would argue it's a lot easier if you love what you do, though. So the reason why I bring it up is it's tasking is I feel like Phil doesn't love what he does sometimes.
And then, during the course of if I'm doing a podcast or whatever, I might bring it up like halfway through the podcast or near the end of the show. If we're near hitting a goal, like let's say, for example, we're at 100. You got to get my kitty down. It's Jasper, everybody. Jasper.
Oh, there he is. You got little white feet. Yeah. It's fine. So, I don't think they mind it. It's okay.
No, everyone loves a cute animal.
Yeah.
So, but let's say, for example,
except Hassan.
Yeah, but we're getting close to a goal. Oh, we're at $100 out of the 150 goal for today. I'm going to bring it up. Say, hey,
it's
we're there.
Jack. We're saying not Hassan, not Hassan.
In the home stretch, guys. Hey, please contribute if you like the content, you know. And now the thing is, I also my audience is here every day. I ham it up sometimes. I do it as a joke. I'll like overly go overboard on purpose, and the audience knows it's.
I don't know if I believe this. Like maybe he thinks he's doing that, but the clip content, it does not come off like that. It's so cringe.
A joke, but someone who clips it out of context. And
I absolutely like DSP a lot more than Hassan, infinitely more.
It out there. Look what Phil did today.
Yeah,
I can't believe the audience is laughing at it. They're having fun with it. They know I'm not serious. They know that.
So they like that. What you're saying is they like you begging for money.
They think it's funny.
They want you. Do you think that they want you to do it?
Do they want me to ask for contributions actively?
Yes.
No.
Oh. Okay.
But they want me to succeed.
Okay.
They want me to be successful. For example, there was a day I actually tested it out. Not once did I ask for a contribution during an entire day.
So you went a whole day without asking for money?
Yes. I made $30.
How much?
What's the average?
During an entire day.
So you went a whole day without asking for money?
Yes. I made $30.
He made $30 when he didn't ask the entire day. Do you believe that? I wonder if that speaks to he's just not interesting or entertaining then.
Well, what's the average that you make? Well, okay, that's fine. But like, what's the average though? Like,
I would say each stream. Oh, wait. What's the average that I try to make a stream?
Yeah.
Or what's the average?
What's the average? A
every
day.
Stream,
yeah, a day.
I have a goal. Each stream that I do, I have a goal of $150, and I stream twice a day.
So you want $300 a day?
I would like that. I don't always get it. I do sometimes, and that's nice when I do.
Which really, I mean, people hear that and they think, oh, that's a lot. These people make a lot of money. You got to remember, YouTube takes a massive cut out of that, and then taxes take another cut out of that. So it's really just like a normal living wage at that point. It might not even be that, depending on if you're supporting people in your life or not, too. I don't know if DSP's wife works or if he's supporting her. A lot of variables, but I don't think he's really making very much money, if that's the case.
What's the ratio that you get $300 in a day? Like how like what percent do you get it half the time? 20% of the time?
I would have to analyze. I would say today I actually get it more often than not. Today.
Wow.
Like it didn't used to be like that. It used to be a lot worse. And then what happened is in the last year and a half, I admitted to the WWE Champions thing. I apologized for it to everyone for lying over the years. I said, listen, it's in the past. I'm not doing that stuff anymore. As you can see, my money is actually going towards the set. It's going towards the business. It's going towards important things.
Yeah.
You know, I'm out of financial distress thanks to you guys. Thank you so very much. I'm so grateful that my fans are supporting me in this way and allowing me to have kind of like a second chance at life, because now things are better. I'm coming out of that tunnel that I was.
It's almost like, it feels like alcoholism almost. It's like, is he going to fall back into it with another game someday in the future and just start blowing all the money again?
In there.
Yeah.
And they're coming out and supporting the content because of it. And I'm very grateful for it. But what happens is the detractors clip these moments and say, oh, see, all he does is eBeg all day and he makes $20 a stream. That's not true at all. I'm actually doing really well for myself. I'm happy with where I am right now.
Is he a huge alcoholic too? I didn't know that. Although the Kino Casino video showcased some of that. I didn't know it was like parodying directly.
So if you're doing really well, why do you keep begging?
Great question.
Because that's how it works. That's
how I do very well.
So it's like basically you have to keep doing. You think that the more that you ask for money, the more money you get, or is there like a okay? But there's a min max level of that where it's like you can get at a certain point, you ask the optimum amount of times and you get the optimum amount of money. Is that basically it? There's like a ratio.
Yes and no, because for me, what I find is it really depends on what I'm doing. Like I've been around since 2008, right?
Right.
So I have a variety of viewers who come for specific things. Like I do variety content, complete different kinds of games. So there might be someone who comes by only when I play an RPG or someone who only comes by when I play an FPS.
Yeah, sure.
If I stand there and I just keep asking that audience over and over, it might not work. Or it could be that there's someone who's like, oh crap, that's right, Phil's streaming, and today I want to support him. And
so you're like reminding them to give you money. You're like, oh, they might have.
You shouldn't have to remind people to give you money while you're playing a game.
Forgotten, and it's like, oh shit, I forgot I had to give them $5.
Don't forget, guys, I've been streaming for like an hour and you didn't send anything yet.
$5.
Yes, and to be clear, because I see the reason that you're making. Okay.
He's like, you're making plenty of sense, but here's why you're wrong.
And it's fine, I get it. Did you know that before I became a full-time streamer in 2017, that I was not someone who asked for contributions at all? In fact, I was staunchly against it and I criticized it.
So why? I mean, I guess so like what happened? So I guess like you had another job?
No. So
you were unemployed.
I was laid off from an office job that I had in 2010.
Okay.
Then I tried to make YouTube my living and it worked. And that started in 2011. So from 2011 to 2017, but the majority of my income was just ad revenue on videos on YouTube. And I wasn't doing streaming where I was asking for subs, asking for memberships, asking for super chats, asking for tips. I did have a Patreon at one point that I was using for like side projects and things. But for the most part,
would you shout out the Patreon?
No, I barely use the Patreon anymore. It's like a legacy thing. So it's not even worth shouting.
So basically for a long time you weren't asking for money, but then I guess like, so whenever I'm assuming, like the way that the timeline you're explaining it to me is, it seems like the reason why you started asking for money was probably because you got demonetized and like your YouTube revenue got fucked up. Is that what I'm assuming?
It wasn't demonetization. It was a combination of factors. I had already mentioned the copyright strike thing in 2015. So my channel was always one of the highest ranked gaming channels on YouTube for a long time. And then in
I just feel like this is turning into a bunch of excuses why he begs for money. I don't think it's actually getting to any answers that's going to blow anyone's mind. It almost feels like it's turning into a circular conversation right now.
15, I got hit with all these false copyright strikes. Machinima/YouTube told me to delete a bunch of videos. So I did. And my channel got thrown right out of the recommended algorithm. Like every fall, I used to call it the hardcore gaming season. All the big AAA games come out in the fall, right? And so I get a giant boost of views. That year, I was removed from the algorithm. I had no additional viewers whatsoever in the fall. It was like flat.
Again, with the whole I was removed from the algorithm thing, I don't know if I buy that. Like, I'm sure there's something to it, but the amount of times people claim it compared to when it actually happens, I would venture to guess is vastly different. There's a large gap between the two. I would argue it's something I've learned in my own with doing this, where I felt like I was removed from the algorithm, and looking back, it's like, no, I was just producing content that no one gave a shit about. Like that's really what it came down to. And that helped me learn, okay, what is it that I need to focus on that I still care about that people want to hear about? And it makes you get on the pulse of the conversation. And you really do. This is why I caution people that want to do this as a career choice, at least the direction that I go with it, it will consume your life. You have to eat, sleep, breathe this shit 24 hours a day outside of sleeping and taking care of your family or whatever. This is your life. And you always need to be on it to make sure you don't miss a big story. It's exhausting. So when people see like me streaming for 3 to 4 or 5 hours and they're like, oh my God, that's XYZ per hour. It's like, do you not realize that there's also like hours beforehand prepping the show or hours posthand of cutting the videos, thumbnails, tagging, publishing? Like there's so much work that goes into having a channel right now the way I do it, that I would caution people to at least know what you're getting yourself into. And still, even at that point, there's still no guarantee that people are going to give a shit. But I learned to stop blaming the algorithm and just working harder, if that makes sense.
And so my revenue tanked. And I struggled for about 2 years there to try to stay afloat, still just trying to do ad revenue. I couldn't do it. It just continued this plateau, and I couldn't get any views from the algorithm anymore. It was kind of like my legacy viewers kept watching me, and that was it. So then I became a full-time live streamer in 2017, and then I started with the whole, the eBegging, whatever you want to call it, and I've been successful doing that.
I've been eBegging since 2017. That is merch right there. eBegging since 2017, and just having his O face on top of it. What a great merch right there that would be. Make it happen, DSP.
For quite a while now.
Yeah, it seems that way. I mean, $300 a day is a lot of money. I mean, your channel, the DSP gaming channel, was in 2010, and you said you were uploading since 2008. So where was the original channel?
Again, Asmongold said $300 a day is a lot of money. It's really not. If it was $300 a day cash, then yes, that'd be a lot. But I think he's forgetting that the YouTube cut that comes out of that, that the taxes cut that come out of it. It's good. It's definitely good, but it's in 2025 going into 2026, it barely keeps up with inflation depending on where you live.
The original channel is just called Dark Side Phil. And that's really primitive stuff. That's old stuff. That's my original content, just camera. I wasn't even on camera in that content. You know, it was just kind of like recording my screen with a camera. Those are my oldest playthroughs.
I can't believe that this is an hour and 49 minutes. I'm not, like I said at the very beginning, I'm not going to react to the whole thing. But I can't believe Asmongold took this much time with them. It's almost like Asmongold was really personally curious in his own right to keep this conversation going for himself, because he wanted to know this stuff.
Is that channel still active?
Because he's known him for a long time. So I think this is like a moment for Asmongold.
It is active. It's not even monetized. It's just legacy content. If you want to go check it out, it's like 2.5 years where I did it as a hobby. DSP is Dark Side Phil. Yeah, that's what threw me off like years ago when people were like, you don't know DSP? I'm like, who? Who? What? Like Dark Side Phil. I was like, oh, I've heard of that person. That's just back when I was first starting YouTube. I was like, oh, okay. Started before you could monetize gameplay videos. You could even make $1 on a gameplay video. So I had passion for it. I liked doing it as a hobby for 2.5 years. And then in 2010, I said, I want to kind of do it a little bit more seriously. That Dark Side Phil channel had gotten a false copyright strike. And I said, let me start fresh. I'll make a new channel. So I did. And that's when DSP Gaming started in 2010.
Well, there was an accusation like people had that like you told people to click ads. And that's one of the reasons why
That's a good point, DSI Sue. If I wasn't in California, $300 should feel a lot more. It really depends on where you live. It really does.
You had your ad revenue taken away. Did you do that?
So here's the story.
Okay.
2009, I did my first face reveal video. Okay.
Like Dream.
And all right, not exactly like that.
Okay, go ahead.
But similar, like people never thought that I would look like this. They thought, they always say my voice doesn't match the body. Like my voice, like I look different than I sound, I guess, right? So they were shocked or whatever.
That's true. I give them that.
Now, keep in mind back then, I was not making any money doing any of this. I didn't have monetized videos. But
again, you guys keep saying $300 a day. Shit, $300 a day. I could live here comfortably too. I could. But it's not $300 a day. You need to get basically $600 a day to get $300 a day.
People liked my content.
And then in California, it doesn't go as far.
Doing it for just about a year, and people wanted to see more. Can you play this game?
I think the minimum wage in California, I think, isn't it like $9.50 now? Maybe $10.50? Or isn't it like $15.50 at the fast food? I don't even know anymore what minimum wage even is. It's wildly different across the states, though.
Get this console. Can you do this? And I was like, well, I can't monetize my gameplay videos, but what I could do is do like a vlogging channel.
No, that's what I mean.
and see if I can get that into the YouTube partner program. And it worked. It did. Like I got it monetized. And all I was
by
doing
the
over
way,
there was,
I'm not looking for sympathy points. Like I understand that California fucks me. I get that. And that's on me. I am accountable for that. And to me, they call it the sunshine tax. It's like, yeah, to me, it's worth it. This is where my life is, and I enjoy it. Could I live in a different location for a more affordable price? Sure, I could, but I wouldn't be here. That's the difference. So,
a few vlogs every week. I think this is when I actually started the DSP Tries It series, where I started like taste testing food and stuff like that. You know, it was just like try anything, because I could monetize that channel, make a few extra bucks. Didn't make a lot of money, but hey, every buck counts when this is your hobby and you're just trying to buy games and finance, you know, your hobby. So I did the face reveal video. In the video, I brought up, hey, you know, I don't make any money on the gameplay, but if you were to go over to the vlogging channel and watch the videos and click the ads, you would help me out. Yeah, I actively said that 100%. It's in black and white. You can see it right now. It wasn't like intentional. Like at that point, I didn't even know that that was a problem. Okay. Now here's where the narrative's broken, because my detractors will say, well, that's why you had all these financial problems, because you lost your monetization on YouTube.
Yeah.
No, I lost my monetization on YouTube in December of 2010. That video was put up in like early to mid 2009. It had nothing to do with that video at all. Okay. Here's what really happened.
Okay.
I was working a full-time office job, and that was my real income. That's where I was paying my mortgage with and everything. Okay. I got laid off in October 2010, and there was no other jobs like in that sector, like basically the economy.
Well, that was during the 2008 recession. Yeah, of course.
It was a recession, right? I was like, dude, I just bought a condo, and I'm like, how am I going to pay my mortgage? I don't have a job. What am I going to do? Go get 2-3 part-time jobs, you know?
Sure.
So I said, all right, guys, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to figure this out. But in the meantime, I'm going to double down on vlogging. I'm going to make a whole bunch of vlogs, because that's the content that's monetized. I still, even in 2010, you couldn't monetize gameplay yet. So I'm like, please, you know, let's.
It was very Wild West times back then with what you could make money on and what you were allowed to. It was crazy.
Go watch my content over there. And in 1 month, I went from making like $500 on ad revenue to like $15,000. Okay.
Whoa, oh, wow. Okay, so you're making $15,000 a month at some point.
Holy shit.
Yes, that was in 2010, late 2010. Now this is,
dude, that's like a fucking gazillionaire in 2010 making $15,000 a month. Holy shit. No wonder this guy has no idea how money works. No wonder he spent allegedly $250,000 on a wrestling game or whatever. No wonder.
The personal AdSense through YouTube.
So you were balling. Okay, that's pretty good.
Holy shit.
And then the next month, I made $18,000.
Jesus. Wow.
And YouTube said, there's something wrong here. How can this guy overnight go from making $500 to $13,000 to $18,000? This doesn't make sense. And they suspended my AdSense account and said, we think that there's invalid clicking activity. We think that you have people who are going to your ads and just going crazy on them because they feel bad for you because you lost your job.
So it's not the intention. It's kind of like the vest thing, right?
Well, again, we're hearing this from DSP's perspective. There may, I'm not saying he did this, but there may have been more to that story. He may have told people to click on the ads, and that is against AdSense terms of service. So like he might be leaving parts out where that's what they actually got him on. Again, I don't know, but you got to be careful when you listen to people when what they tell you compared to what reality was and who you're dealing with and if they're trustworthy or not. And I don't necessarily think DSP is a very trustworthy person.
Or like everybody wanted, and the vest thing was so
DSP is lying by omission here. He actively has a goal almost weekly of $1,500 to eat a fast food place's new items on stream. I mean, that's fair to do that though. 15K a month would take him almost 2 years of income to spend 250,000. That is still stupid. Good point. But also to the fact of when you start making that kind of money and you don't understand how money works, it's probably easy to be like, well, I have a lot of money, so I'll just keep making more money to spend to make up for what I spent. And you end up in that situation.
Popular that you had to stop it. And it's the same thing with YouTube. That like it's a suffering from success. You came up too fast and they weren't ready for it.
He did really do that. Isn't that funny that I picked up on that by how he explained the situation?
In that case, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened is people felt bad. That back then I was like the underdog. Everyone liked my content and wanted to support me because I had lost my job, and they all went overboard. And I lost my AdSense at that time.
Yes.
Later on, years later, I got it unsuspended and everything after a time period had passed. But that's when I ended up having to go get partnered with another company like Machinima to make revenue on YouTube again.
Mm-hmm. So, okay. So all that happened. And now, like, are you getting ad revenue on YouTube and everything is fine, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So everything's totally okay. There's no issues anymore. And so well, if I understand this, so like, okay, so you were not asking for money because you were getting ad revenue, and now you're getting ad revenue still, and you still ask for money. Is it just because it's not as much as it used to be? Is that pretty much it? Like, would there ever be, like, theoretically, right? If you got $15,000 a month now, because like, also, do you increase the amount of money that you try to get per year, like based off of inflation? Because I saw a video of like you asking for $300, and this is like 2 years ago. It's gone up a lot since then, right? So like it should be like $315.
That's a really good point.
No, I mean,
3 years ago, no, it should probably be like 370 now.
It's all just like kind of an arbitrary thing. I'm not sitting here with a calculator trying to figure out exactly what should be made, what does. I've tried different amounts.
Well, how long have you done the $300 goal?
Probably all this year.
Well, it was 2 years ago, right? I mean, it was 2 years ago, and so I mean, like, when did you start doing it?
Asmon's just trolling him right now.
The $300 goal,
yeah,
like 2 streams of 150. That was definitely this year. Now,
no,
previously I've tried other things.
Because there's a YouTube video with a title that says that you've been doing it 2 years ago. So is the YouTube video lying?
The amounts.
Okay.
No, I've changed the amounts over the year. Sometimes it was 100. There was times that it was 200. It's gone up and down based on what the market will bear, essentially.
So it is for inflation. Okay.
You got to test it. You got to see what people are willing to support with. You know what I mean?
My follow-up would be like, why not just make it 400? The market doesn't bear it. So do you drop it because you're not getting it?
Right. And for the record, you're talking about the ad revenue thing. Do I have ad revenue right now? Yes, I do. Is it anywhere near what I used to make? Absolutely not. The ad revenue has tanked because my views are way low because everyone steals my content.
Yeah.
So I don't get a lot of views on my content anymore.
Okay, so this is a lot of cope. It's not, you're not getting a lot of views because everyone steals your content. It's because the only interesting thing about you is people making fun of your content. If you were actually making good content, people would not be stealing your content and watching other people. People are watching other people because it's more interesting than just watching you. That's the problem. This is cope.
The thing is, everyone knows DSP. Everyone watches DSP. They just don't watch DSP on DSP Gaming. They watch it everywhere else. So I don't make anything when you watch me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So the ad revenue is kind of it's nice to have a little bit of side income, but that's nothing like what it used to be. Back then, we're talking 10 years ago, everyone watched DSP on DSP Gaming. I was making 10,000, 20,000 views on a gameplay video, just a raw gameplay video. You know, now I make a few hundred. So it's pretty insane that the decline there because people rip it right away.
No, it's not because people were. There's infinite more people have flooded YouTube with that, bro. There's nothing special about gameplay content unless you're adding a flavor to it that's unique that other people aren't doing. This is so much cope right now. Holy shit.
Restream it live. They put it on their channel before I even have a chance to get someone to watch it on mine.
I mean, there's a video here, and it has almost 5 million views, and it's about you. Turkey Tom. It's a 2. This is longer than I think it might be longer than the 2 Towers, Lord of the Rings.
Holy shit. Turkey Tom is an excellent YouTuber, by the way. I think he has a video on Alyssa. or the Kotaku situation in general. I don't remember exactly, but he does mention her. I watched that video. I was like, damn, this guy puts his shit together. He's entertaining. He's very good.
Oh,
That's
there's
incredible.
a 4-hour documentary from last year from June the King, and I reacted to that whole thing.
June the King is another banger. He did a Review Tech USA one that was so good. Don't forget Keto Casino with their movie that they made about him, like a legit movie. It's so good.
Wow. Okay. So all right. So there's been a lot of these, and by the way, it should be $325 now if you had started it 2 years ago. That's right. Yeah. So it's
Guarantee you DSP runs with that in the future. Guys, we are upping the goal to 325. Asmongold himself told me that's what the goal needs to be. So let's try to hit it.
to be a little bit higher. So if you were
I love his laugh. Ha 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 ha.
making, let's say, $15,000, is
That'd be
there?
good, yeah.
Well, let's just say, is there a number that's like semi-reasonable that you would get to, and you would say, okay, I'm now making this much money on my streams. I don't need to ask people for money anymore. Like, is there ever going to be a universe where you stop asking for money?
Here we go.
That's a good question, but okay, let's think of this reasonably.
I'm
right?
not going to watch this whole thing, so we're going to end it right around here. I just wanted to get to this part and see what they get.
Like cost of living.
Okay, so the answer is
being
no.
able to be self-sufficient. No, it's not true. Okay, I've said this before. People have said to me,
Go ahead.
listen, I know. People
Go
ask me
ahead, go
questions
ahead,
like
go
this.
ahead.
One question that they ask me all the time. Phil, right now, let's say you were to win the lotto. Now, let's say you didn't become like insanely wealthy, but let's say you won $10-20 million.
That's pretty.
Would you-
That's pretty
Did
good.
he just say not insanely wealthy, but 10 to 20 million? What the fuck? What the hell's insanely wealthy to this guy? Elon Musk? Like, what? How much money do you need, bro? What? That might be the most mind-blowing thing I'm taking from this whole thing. Right at the end, like, what? Look at Asmongold. He's even like, what the fuck you just say?
Would you still stream? And the answer that I say, yes, I would still stream. It would be way decreased from what I do now. I wouldn't be doing 6 days a week. Maybe I do 2-3 days a week because I like
I don't know. I was gonna say I don't think he would, but I actually believe him because he sounds to me like he needs this. Like this is just like a part of who he is. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, by the way. But I do wonder.
doing it, but it would basically be my hobby. I would not accept contributions, or if I accepted contributions, I would donate them all because I don't need the money. I'm
Then why would you even accept contributions to that point?
$20 million. I'm probably good for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
I don't know about that, bro. You'd probably start playing WWF again. Let's keep it a fuck here.
Say
to
so.
worry about. I don't need to fucking do nothing, So that's it. Like, I love what I do. I do it for the passion of doing
Exactly.
it. I'm not doing it to sit here and beg all day. I say to my audience all the time, I wish I didn't have to ask you guys for anything. It was awesome back in the day before the channel got screwed up. And the views plummeted and the ad revenue plummeted. It was just about playing the games. But now what's happened is I've changed my content. Now I'm a more social streamer. Now a lot of the times it's more about hanging out and having a good time and conversing rather than the game. A lot of the more popular things I do are not necessarily like difficult games. It'll be like a chill.
I do really think he's gonna squander this away. Don't get it twisted. But I do think he's gonna get an Asmon bump from this. I think there's gonna be he might get a solid like 20 more people that watch him on a consistent basis from this. And then they'll slowly start to dissipate away. Once they're like, wait a second.
Game, a game where we're just sitting back and talking and relaxing. When I play, you have that social element, and then people say, hey, well, I really liked what we did today. We hung out, we had a good time. Here's a contribution, as opposed to, oh, here's a video you watched and I made ad revenue on it because you like that I raged in the video. It's like a completely different kind of content, very different component.
So yeah, you have people that like you and they're going to give you money. Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, I think that's the way streaming generally works. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, And you do exist inside of an ecosystem with other people that are similar to you. Who would you say like kind of has the same type of detractors that you have?
You're just talking about the lolcow universe.
RTU.
I didn't want to use that word,
Is he gonna mention RTU?
but yeah.
But listen, the thing is, I used to be so angry when people called me a lolcow, but now I understand. If you're a lolcow, it's not because of your choice. It's because people have made you a lolcow. Like
Because of your choices that led you there. The cope is amazing.
they have chosen to try to elicit a kind of reaction from you. They're going to try to get your goat every day on stream. And you're human. You're going to give them that reaction every once in a while. If that's what they want. Now you're a lolcow. They got the laugh out of you, right?
Right.
So you can do
Again, this is so out of touch with reality, with who he is. He's accepting zero accountability. It's always everyone else. That's why you're the lolcow, because you cannot be accountable.
Dude, you could call me a lolcow. I don't care.
Okay.
Really, at this point, it's no big fucking deal.
I didn't know if it was like a slur or something, but okay, yeah, no, it's fine.
No.
So
In truth, unless I'm not gonna get offended at anything.
Yeah, I get
unless
it.
You say
I
I'm
get
a murderer or something.
yeah,
you know?
probably not. As far as I know. Okay, well, what do you think about? I'm going to give you some names, and I'm curious to get your opinion on some of these guys.
I'm curious to see who Asmongold knows. I have not seen this part.
What do you think about Wings of Redemption?
Ooh.
Like in general, or
Yeah.
is he similar to me? Like just
Yeah,
in general?
like would you consider him kind of similar to you?
In the situation that he's in with people who harass him every day,
Yeah.
restream his stuff, steal his stuff, yes. That
Okay.
we are similar in that regard, correct. Not the content we put out or the issues that people have with us. I think the issues they have with us are completely different. But the fact that they do the same, they try to elicit the response from him, they try to harass him, they try to mess with his income.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's similar there.
Okay. Well, what about Boogie? Boogie 2988.
Yeah, I don't know. To be frank, I don't know much about him. Like I know the content he used to make, and I don't know what level of like harassment or detractors he's had. I haven't really followed him that well to even really answer that question fairly.
Yeah,
but to my understanding, yes, he's a lolcow, and he's part of the whole lolcow live universe and all of that. That they do their content.
So what about Low Tier God?
Yeah, he has a community very similar, where they data mine his stuff to find things that he's said and done.
The child support,
memes, things, the child support joke, and all of that.
So you know about it even?
Yeah, of course.
Who in the lolcow universe deserves to be in the universe the least?
The least?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like,
Please, I hope he says himself. That'd be amazing.
Who is the most unfairly treated?
Asmongold, to be honest with you, I don't follow this stuff. I don't unlike a lot of these people who they get like into it because they try to like profit from it or ride with it. I try to just stay out of it. I always say like there's this big vortex around me. I'm kind of like the eye of the storm, but I don't pay attention to the storm. I'm just trying to.
The narcissist. I'm the center of lolcows.
Do my own thing on stream every day. I want to stay out of the toxic shit. I don't want to try to benefit from the drama.
Right.
I don't even want to talk about
Gold's chat. Someone just said he is the storm.
that shit on my streams. I don't have drama streams and shit like that.
So you don't have so you don't really start drama with other people. You don't really talk about other people. Like I've seen a couple of clips of you talking about me, but this is like over the last 3 years, right? So like it's not really that often. And like especially for somebody like me.
Someone brings you up or someone
of course.
will bring up an LTG, then I'll respond. But in general, it's a very rare occurrence where I'll just bring up, oh yeah, this asshole today did this. Haha, let's laugh at them.
Can soup at the bottom there. Ask about Keto Casino. Doesn't even come up. That's sad.
Almost never. I would almost never do that. And I don't react to content like that either. Very rarely.
Okay. So that's kind of a good thing, I would say. Have you ever thought about doing that? Like starting like a lolcow podcast or like making more drama videos or anything like that? Or is it just not something that's interesting to you?
Well, first off, I mean, Keemstar wanted me to be part of the lolcow podcast.
What do you think about Keemstar?
It started. I think Keemstar is a smart guy in that he knows how to make content that people will watch and support.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with the content he makes, but that doesn't mean that I have to. Like, I can say, okay, that's not for me, but respect to the guy who actually was successful doing that content, right?
Okay.
I used to be a hater. I used to actually hate on that content and be a jerk about it. But now I'm like, why am I going to be a hater?
Who
I shouldn't be a hater.
do you hate?
Who do I hate?
Yes.
No one. I don't hate anyone.
Who do you hate?
I don't
Whose
hate
content do you watch that
He's
makes
gonna
you
say no one.
mad?
He's gonna say no one.
No one.
Yeah.
I don't hate watch content at all.
So,
I don't.
all right. What about, how much do you know about pirate software?
Very little.
Do you know
I
what
of
happened
the
with pirates?
controversy.
All right. Can you explain it to me?
From what I'm to understand, I guess Pirate Software was someone who said that he worked at Blizzard. I guess he did.
He did.
And so he became this like big respected game dev. He was making an indie game for a long time. And
I like how he
guess
said he
kept
doesn't know
making
much about it. He
promises that
knows
was
the
gonna
whole
release
story.
This part of the game, this part of the game. And he kept making excuses why he wasn't doing it, even
Yes.
though it was like crowdfunded and everything. And then come to find out over the years, his web of lies kind of unraveled that half the shit that he was saying why the game wasn't being delivered was not true. And then I guess for what I'm to understand, and again, I could be wrong. You correct me if I'm wrong, because this is a very broad understanding. I guess people always thought he was really good at MMOs because he worked at Activision Blizzard. And then he played World of Warcraft and he like made critical errors and sucked at it. And then he blamed everyone else. So people hated him for it. Kind of sounds
He knows more about this than I do. And he said, I don't know too much about that situation.
a little similar to kind of my early days when like I was always saying, oh, my shit doesn't stink. I'm like conceited and everything. And then I, got angry when people criticized me. So I kind of see like a little parallel there, maybe.
Do you have any advice for him?
Asmongold is 100% trolling him right now. And DSP has no idea.
Oh, well, I don't know what happened to him. What's going on with him at this point?
I don't know. I mean, I think he's kind of, honestly, I respect Thor. I think Thor's a great guy, but he went through a lot of drama with Classic WoW, and like I was curious because I'm a big WoW guy. I used to be, at least, and so I was curious, like kind of like what your abbreviated version of it was compared to like what somebody like me knows that is a purveyor in all drama, slop, and garbage. And so yeah, I think that you're definitely like kind of on point with that. And yeah, you were right about all of this. I mean, I would say so, yeah. And so what advice would you give somebody who is making content and wants to avoid being a lolcow?
Oh man.
Good question. Good question.
See, for me, I've been doing this for so long.
Yeah.
There was no track record of people who had done content like I was doing to follow. There was no blueprint. There was no history to follow.
Right.
So you didn't
There
know.
we go with DSP. Not just answer the question. This dude, you know what he is? He's a used car salesman that's trying to be a politician. He cannot give a direct answer on anything. He has to give the full backstory, pick you up from underneath, tell you not just what is in the apple, but how the apple came from the seeds from the tree and how that tree grew from the ground. Like, bro, just answer the fucking question.
Oh, what was right back in the day? I would say and do whatever the hell I wanted, thinking I'm never going to get in trouble for this. Here we are 15 years later. People are trying to cancel me for something I said in 2010, acting like I said it yesterday.
Yeah.
It's
not exclusive to you, DSP.
Ridiculous. So what I would say is today, if you're a content creator, you actually have examples that you can look at and you can analyze and you can see what's worked and what hasn't. You can look at someone like me, someone like Boogie, someone like Wings, someone like LTG, whoever you want to say is the wild cow of the day, Pirate Software.
Whoever your favorite
and
one
see
is.
What
I think it was smart for him not to bring up additional people that were not mentioned by Asmon. I was waiting for him to say review tech. I'm like, I think it was really smart for him to just stay to the people that were mentioned so that any pressure of the names that were mentioned goes right back on Asmon.
Exactly. And see the mistakes they made and learn from them.
Mm-hmm.
Take these people's life experiences and try to do stuff better. Because for someone like me, I was considered an innovator back in the day. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Yeah.
And now, here we are. I'm in the situation I'm in. I'm like,
who hates DSP more, Buddy Cassius or Eagle Eric?
well, hindsight's 2020. Now I look back and say, man, I was an asshole back then. But there's nothing I can do about it now. I'm just living with that.
Sure. Yeah, no, it makes sense. I mean, there's been a number of clips I've seen About the Tears, have you seen the one with the Tears of the Kingdom?
Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, okay. Let me think. Zelda. So that was the one. The meme. I'm trying to remember the meme because remember, there's always a meme about me. Wasn't the meme that I sucked at doing the puzzles with the building shit, and I just like.
Oh my god, is he gonna go to the Mario Kart one next after this?
It was like I was smashing my head against the wall trying to solve the puzzles while other people would solve it like super quick or something like that. I think that was the meme anyway.
Yeah, that was about it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for me, here's me. I'm ass backwards. If there's something that's simple, I can't do it. It's like I'm a dunce. I'll have a square peg and I'm trying to shove it into a round hole, right? But then you'll present me with the most complex puzzle or hard boss fight, and I'll beat it like second try.
That sounds like someone who's very autistic. What he just explained right there.
It's weird. Like I'm just like opposite.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
So, how many tries did it take you to beat Moania in Elden Ring?
It took me.
That's true, pre-dot course. But to be fair, a lot more people hate Asmongold, and even more people hate PewDiePie. I mean, it's like it's not necessarily having haters means that you're doing something wrong. A lot of the times the haters are just really jealous. And sometimes the haters are justified. Sometimes they are. And sometimes they're not.
It was just half a stream and then another stream. I think it was 4 hours.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's probably on par, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
So you
but
okay, go ahead.
The final boss of Sekiro,
Ishin.
3 tries. 15 minutes.
Okay. All right. That's
impressive.
Respectable. It is. All right. That's pretty good.
It's just dumb. Why? I don't know. I just destroyed him.
So sometimes you're really good at games, sometimes you're not. And it's just like that's just I guess kind of like your way of thinking is different. So sometimes you'll immediately pick up on something, and other times you won't.
Sometimes if someone spills a lot of toothpicks on the floor, you can count them immediately. Sometimes. Anyways, I'm not going to keep going with this video because this is going to be the entire night if I keep going with it. But I will link the entire thing in the description below. But this was entertaining, guys. This was a lot of fun. More entertaining than I expected it to be, actually, for the most part. I mean, there was some lulls and some downtime from it, but overall, it was fantastic. It's very well done conversation. And DSP was not terrible. Like, let's keep it a buck. He was not terrible. There were some parts that he fumbled, but I could argue there's some questions that I feel like Asmon was fumbling a little bit too. But obviously it was mostly falling on DSP fumbling for the most part. But that was fun. And I would be interested to see if DSP ever wants to chat with me. I don't know what we talk about. Maybe we'd play a game together. That'd be something. Anyways, I will leave that one right there.